What's up, everybody? How's it going? Today, we're going to be talking about drip, in particular, the price of drip. What's going on with the price of drip? And what is the best price to buy drip at? There's a lot of people waiting on the sidelines, waiting to jump in and seize the moment when the very best moment is to buy drip. And today, we're going to be talking about, we're going to start out by talking about some of the reasons why the drip price is being affected negatively. Then we're going to jump over and talk about some really cool stuff on the horizon that could potentially move the price higher in a positive way. And we're going to end the video by looking at the charts and doing a little bit of TA, and we're going to see what we see in the charts. We'll look at what the data is telling us, right? And then we'll be able to react to the data and make great decisions. And one of the major things going on right now that's affecting the drip price negatively is the world climate, with the war going on between Russia and Ukraine, with inflation happening with the US dollar. Just everyone right now is very fearful, and most people are pulling their money out of markets and putting them into things like gold or silver or other investments like that. If we jump over and look at the price of Bitcoin, what are we going to see? So we're on the daily candle right here. If I jump out to make the screen bigger, we see that it's been declining ever since November, the beginning of November. Now we are starting to see we have a higher low right here, which is a good sign, but what can we do with that? We've been in this multi-month downtrend in Bitcoin, so that's not looking super amazing. Now we possibly, I hope, or we might see some momentum swing to the upside here. Let's look at the SPX, the S&P 500, and what do we see? The same thing, right? So this is not just drip that's seeing this kind of challenge. This is what we're seeing across all markets and in the world. The sentiment in the world right now is one that is not overly excited about investing their money. So we see the S&P, since January 4th, we had a really strong rally at the end of the year, and now it's been just really dumping. We've had a few moments where we thought we were going to break out of that. Now, let's jump over and look at the Fear and Greed Index. This is kind of a measurement tool that people use to measure the sentiment of the market right now. And what do we see? We see that it's at a 15, which is extreme fear, you guys. So people are not willingly investing their money and throwing it around at this time right now. So that's another thing that's affecting the price of drip, because instead of compounding, a lot of people are harvesting or claiming their drip. So we'll take a look at that as well. But that's one more factor. Now, I will say, if you're thinking like an investor, like a millionaire investor, you would be thinking about the saying that says, buy fear and sell greed. That's what you need to do. You need to be thinking of red candles as an opportunity to buy. Now, we're not talking about blindly buying red candles just because they're red. We need to have confluence across multiple ideas to give us an indication that the trend is going to reverse. But you need to be thinking of red candles as an opportunity. You buy fear. When everyone's afraid, when the herd is afraid, that's when you get excited because you think that this might be a great opportunity to make a great investment that's going to pay off over the long haul. When things are overly greedy, usually that means there's going to be a pullback in the market. When everyone's super excited, I've heard it said that when you're so excited about your investment that you want to tell somebody about it, that's usually a good indication that you should sell. Now, another factor is that Biden, the US president, just put out an executive order regarding cryptocurrencies. And, that has a factor on the overall market. Now, my take on this, and from what I've heard, the only thing that it's saying is, hey guys, we should take a look into this. Cryptocurrency isn't going anywhere. It's only growing. It's only getting more mainstream adoption. So, hey, we need to look into this. We need to regulate this. So let's dig into it and see how we can do it. But even still, that's affecting the overall market. And if we jump over to this tool right here, now that we've talked about all those conditions that are affecting it in the state of the world right now, even still, Drip is adding, on average, more than 400 users every single day into Drip. So that's pretty amazing. Over 400 people a day are in this climate are saying, and look at the Drip chart. It's not a great promotion at this point, but people are still think that it's a good enough idea that they want to put their money in because they believe in the project. I think that should tell you something right there. You can see there's over 66,000 people in the faucet and over 88,000 drippers. Now, that is awesome. That's a great community, but I see that as great potential. I see that there's so many people in the world that don't know about Drip yet, so that's exciting. And to me, that's a plus. Now that we covered all that, let's talk about some of the positive things that I believe are on the horizon for DRIP that could really increase the chances of a reversal and another run-up in the months to come. So the very first thing is forex, the developer, just announced that they are working on a new DRIP UI, and they want it to be more investor friendly. So they've done market studies to make it more like a Charles Schwab or one of the major investing firms. They want it to be more like that. So when big investors come in, they're seeing something that they're used to seeing instead of something that looks really foreign to them. Let's take a look at what that new UI looks like. Some of you have seen this before. I'll go ahead and start it over. So yeah, I think it's a definite improvement on what we've seen with the DRIP website right now. It's just nice and clean and makes things a little bit better. I don't think that the UI by itself is good enough, right? We need more than that to push us forward, but I think this is a great refresh of what we have that will only help us in the long run, okay? So that's about it. You guys get the idea with that, okay? I'm gonna move that out of the way over here. And what else? What else we got? We've got a partnership with Loot NFT coming up. Now, I will say that we don't have any dates on this stuff. We don't have any concrete dates. And usually news catalysts really do move the market in crypto, but we need some solid dates because there needs to be a date in place for the price to run up to. So with all the stuff we're talking about today, there aren't concrete dates yet, but I hope in the future we will have those dates so we can really see some nice price run-ups up to these news catalysts. So we have this partnership with Loot NFT. My understanding is Loot is one of the big movers in the NFT space. I think the NFT space is a great place for DRIP to get involved, and that's exciting. Now, there's a partnership with PancakeSwap in the works. That's a big deal. And I don't know much about it at all other than it's in negotiations right now, and we will see how that works out, but it should be something that should impact DRIP positively. We have DRIP Metaverse games in the works. Forex already has one finished. Again, no timelines on these, but he has another idea for another game that he believes is going to be really big, but this is only going to be more and more bullish for the DRIP ecosystem as a whole. Now, there's the Animal Farm lottery, and you can buy tickets to the lottery with DRIP tokens and dog tokens, so just giving more utility to DRIP. Now, my understanding is when you buy tickets to the lottery using DRIP, those DRIP coins are then burned and further decrease the supply of DRIP. There's talks about a BetFury partnership in the gambling space. There's going to be a multi-million-dollar marketing plan that's supposed to go into action here even this month in March. And there's DRIP lending. I think this is going to be huge. There's DRIP insurance coming, and the community. The community for DRIP is really, really strong. That's one of the best parts about DRIP. There's thousands and thousands of people that are just excited. They love DRIP. They love the product, and they are willing to go to bat for it, tell their friends, tell their family. That's super important and not to be overlooked. Now let's jump into the charts and look at some TA and see what things the data is telling us. So I have the 4-hour candle pulled up here, and I'll click into this. So what you're going to see, the DRIP chart overall, you can see what happened previously. This is the beginning of when DRIP was launched. It actually had a big run up here, and then again a big sell-off. So it went from, looks like $28 all the way down to $6.80, and everybody was saying, what is going on with DRIP? What is going on with DRIP? And boom, moved to the upside. Now price is compressing here, and we moved up to $23 and down to $13. Again, people are wondering what is going on. Then we had a breakout of this triangle and a big move to the upside where we went from $19 all the way to $89, a massive move to the upside. But it was short-lived, and we're just kind of going through some history because this is where you can learn. Then we had this sell-off right here, and it actually held. The support held right here. We had a bounce. Now at this point, you might be thinking, well, this is a double top, which is bad news, right? But instead, we've got this double bottom here and here. Double bottoms are reversal patterns in trading. So this double bottom caused this move to the upside right here. Okay, that was the move from January 17th to January 26th. So only a few days, the price went from somewhere around $66 all the way to $168 or $170. Pretty amazing stuff. So with any kind of a big move like that, you should expect some retrace. But I have to say, this retrace is definitely more than normal. So what are the indicators that I'm looking at? Well, everybody's looking at support and resistance. So right here, you can see we had resistance, so we had rejection, the price broke above it, and normally you would have a retest, and that would be a bullish retest, and the price would be off to the races to the upside. With DRIP, it didn't even have a retest. It just went and went and went. Okay, so that's interesting to me. Now, everybody was thinking right here that we were going to see a bounce right here, maybe a retest and a break to the upside. Again, that did not happen. So what we ended up seeing was DRIP just ignoring usually past resistance equals future support, right? So this was a rejection. That should have been support. There should have been a big group of buyers sitting right here waiting to buy. It didn't happen. And so then here we are today. So now we're looking at what is the next major support level. And we see it right here at $53. Okay, so I have an arrow here, an arrow here. We saw that was the double bottom that caused this major reversal. And we're looking for something similar here. You know, will we see something like a bottom put in right here, a run up, maybe a double bottom, then another run up that totally reverses the trend? You know, that's something I'm going to be looking for. Get that double bottom action right there. So the biggest group of buyers right now technically should be sitting right here. They should have their bags of money sitting on the sideline, waiting to jump in as soon as we see some positive price action right here. Now, you guys, let's go over and look at the RSI indicator, because we want to look at the price. So the price action is telling us something, right? We can find support and resistance lines, but so far, like I said, it just totally ignored all resistance and support at this point. If I am looking at the RSI, here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing anything below this 30 number here, or some people say it's 20, is oversold territory. The RSI is the relative strength index, and basically this measures the velocity of a move. So here, this is the velocity of the move to the downside, and you can see it's winding up right here. It's compressing, or you could say the move is weakening, the move to the downside. Now, what I want to see is, I want to see in the RSI a higher low put in, because right now we've got a low, a lower low, a lower low. This is getting close, but it's still a lower low compared to over there. I want to see a higher low, and then I want to see bang off to the races. Okay, I want to see this move to the upside. Now, what happens? Let's erase some of that. Let's go back and back test this. So this is kind of lining up to me where this resistance is. We're about to break out of this triangle. This triangle has a 68% chance. It's supposed to break to the upside. It's supposed to break up like this. So it should, you know, that's not me making this up. That's what TA says. Okay, so let's look over here. Last time it was oversold to this degree. What happened? Well, it was oversold, bang, moved to the upside. What happened on the price chart when around that time? That was that major move to the upside from $60 all the way to $170. Okay, so that's interesting to me. When else was it oversold like this? Let's go over here. And this is how you learn. You go back and back test these ideas. Over here, it was way oversold. And what do we have here? A higher low. So there's a low, a higher low, right? Here's your low. Here's your higher low on the RSI. It's still oversold. So right here, it still had room to go lower. And what this is called is divergence. In this case, it's a bullish divergence. So we have a low, a higher low, but here we have a low and a lower low. So they're saying two different things. In this case, this was a possible bullish divergence, meaning a reversal should happen here. And what happened? It left oversold, bang, moved to the upside, bang, moved to the upside. I'm looking for possibly a bottom here with a breakout of the RSI. And once that happens, that's when I want to make my move and add to my position. Now, a lot of people will tell you that you should just DCA into your position. And they'll tell you, just keep adding to your position all the way down, and just not even care about price action or indicators or what anything's telling you. And to me, that doesn't really make sense. It never has. And I'm not saying it's wrong. It just doesn't jive with me. It doesn't fit with me. So instead, What I recommend doing, and what I'm going to do, is I want to see something different in the price action. You have to assume that it stays, the price action is going to continue in this pattern of this falling channel until it doesn't, right? That's what TA says. It says it's going to continue in this pattern until it doesn't. So you're waiting for it to show you something. You got to be thinking to yourself, you're presenting a case before the judge, and you're saying, Judge, I believe DRIP is going to reverse. And he's going to say, what's your evidence? And you can't just say, well, just because I think it is. So what you want to do is not lean on any one indicator or just the price action or just a news catalyst, but you're looking for confluence amongst all indicators and amongst news catalysts to say, this is a lot of things that are aligning toward the same thought pattern that there's going to be a reversal right here. Okay, so I'm seeing that, okay, here is a major support level. That's number one. The RSI, here's another indicator that is potentially, as soon as I see this higher low put in, move to the upside, break out of this falling ledge right here, this falling triangle. We have all the news catalysts we just talked about, all the major news catalysts that are going on right here with the new DRIP UI, all the partnerships in the works. We still have lots of new people being onboarded. We have a super strong community, like all these things, okay? And here's the other thing. Don't be afraid to miss the bottom of a move and not nail the bottom. Because here's the way I look at it. You're not going to nail the bottom anyway 99% of the time. Like people who tried to nail the bottom up here, what happened? Everybody got excited and put a big bag in right here. Now, in the long run with DRIP, that maybe this won't matter because I don't believe you have to chase price so much, but if you're waiting to add to your position or you're not in DRIP yet, you might as well wait for an indicator to show you something different, okay? So right here, everybody added their position and just straight up rolled over. So what I'm doing, I'm waiting to see if we get some confluence between these indicators and news catalysts that's going to show us something different. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking DRIP has a very bright future. I'm still super excited about it. I'm still compounding every single day because I believe in the project long term. And I know that as I compound every single day, the price is going to appreciate over time. And I'm going to be so happy that I did. And honestly, I'm looking at this excited on the sidelines with my bag that's ready to increase my position when the time's right. All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know down in the comments what you guys think, what you got out of this video. I hope it brought you a lot of value today. If it did, go ahead and take a moment right now to like and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. I pray that you're super blessed, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.